Good morning. Happy Monday. It's a new week. So I thought I'd pop on here and do a quick reading to get some guidance for our week ahead. We're also heading into a week with a new moon. And a new moon is a fantastic time for setting our intentions, for planting the seeds. So it's a great time to be aware of what thoughts we're thinking, of what energy we're putting out into the world, what vibrations we're carrying. And so I wanted to start with a law of attraction card for the week ahead for a positive message about our thoughts, and then some goddess power cards. Just kind of like a message of the day kind of thing. So I'm going to start by clearing the deck of any stale energies, of any previous energies. And today we're just looking for some guidance to help us with the intentions we're setting as we go into the new moon. The new moon reminds us that the moon is beautiful and whole, that it has a bright side and a dark side, and it helps us to love our bright sides and our dark sides. You may have heard the term light or shadow worker. It may have come up in some of these readings. And so when we look at the new moon, it just reminds us that we're beautiful and whole the way we are. But it's the time that we begin to pull in and draw in more light as we become our most illuminated selves. So this is a wonderful time to begin planting those seeds of intention. So for our law of attraction message today, we get, I can create castles as easily as buttons, number 39. When you understand the laws, then you understand that it is not more difficult to create a castle than it is a button. They are equal. It is not more difficult to create $10 million than 100,000. It is the same application of the same law to two different intentions. So do you intend to create buttons or do you intend to create castles? There's no right or wrong. There's no law that says everyone should be creating castles. There's no law that says we should only create buttons. We can create whatever we want, and we are spiritual, energetic beings creating in this physical landscape, this physical world. So when you look around at your reality and what you want for yourself, you can create that which you want just by focusing your thoughts on it. So do you want to create a negative experience or do you want to create a positive experience? So rather than dwelling on the reality that you see, rather than creating more of something that you don't want, focus on creating that which you do. So your energy flows where your attention goes. Do you want to create buttons or do you want to create castles? Whatever you want to create is perfect for you, and it is easily achieved when you're honoring the laws of attraction. So that's a cool one. Next, we'll move into goddess power and see who's with us this week as we begin to lay the foundation for our intentions this month. Each lunar cycle gives us the opportunity to bring in new intentions, to release new negative emotions or feelings or thoughts or relationships that no longer serve us. Each monthly cycle is a chance to begin again. It's wonderful that we can continue to build on what we've already started to lay the foundation for, or that we can start over and build a new foundation. Yeah, I'm really struggling because it's like on one hand, I've got these worksheets to help me with small goals and with identifying and achieving and accomplishing. And it's like in my mind, I have all these things I want to do. I just physically can't. It's just so bizarre. It's like, okay, I know I should be able to, and I know, and this is called ableism. I should be able to do these things, but I cannot. So I have to continue to practice my compassion for myself and my patience. My brain wants to be in the future, but my body can't get there. I need to just be in the now, in the stillness, one step and one day at a time. So which goddess is going to come through for us today with a lovely message of encouragement and support as we plant the seeds of intention this week with our new moon? You can either journal, you can think about it in your mind, or you can just be aware of where your thoughts are going to help with your intention setting. So you can be deliberate by writing it down, which can be helpful, or just thinking and holding space in your energetic field for that. This goddess today is Stillness 52, Yuki Onna. Yuki Onna looks like a Japanese goddess, and stillness, which we've had as a message come up around this time of year for the cyclical nature of seasons and the energetic collective energies of stillness. But in terms of the creations of the buttons and the castles, it comes back down to being in our body, being still and listening to the whispers of spirit and the guidance that we're receiving. So Yuki Onna says, number 52, the Japanese goddess of winter, Yuki Onna, calls you to practice a daily meditation and stillness to prepare you for greater productivity and results. So this is actually good, because I was thinking last night that my daily habit of meditation has slipped. I was like, I don't think I woke up this morning and did the energetic clearing and grounding that I normally do. And it was evening time, and I was like, ooh, I didn't do it tonight. And so then it got me thinking, when did I last do it? I don't think I've been doing it daily recently. So a good reminder for me to get back into my meditation practice daily, practice stillness daily, whether it's 5 minutes or 25 minutes, if you can just start where you're at. And even myself, someone who goes from, hey, you know, I've fallen off the wagon and I'm going to start again, and I'm going to start for a few minutes each day, to eventually growing it to multiple times a day or longer, can easily fall off and have to start over again. New beginnings, right? So start where you are. Don't harbor any negative feelings for it. It is what it is. And we're just going to go from here. Being open and receptive, slowing down, and allowing for time to dream activates your partnership with the universe, so you can truly set your intentions in motion. So what we're being called to do right now, as you set your intentions, as the new moon comes in this week and we set our intentions, it's going to be easier and more successful if you're in stillness. You'll be able to find out what your intentions are if you're in stillness. You'll be able to project those intentions and create those intentions in the physical form when you're in stillness, imagining, visualizing, and feeling as if it's already happened. Imagine what it feels like to already have those intentions manifested. In stillness, you can do that. And when you're in stillness, your subconscious doesn't know the difference between reality and imagination. So the more you imagine, the more you feel that in your body, the more it will become your reality. So keep dreaming, spend some time dreaming, daydreaming, nighttime dreaming, imagining, hoping, wishing. Stay in that stillness of the dream. Then, almost without effort, you discover the vibrational match in the world of form. Just as the life force quietly builds within a seed buried under the snow, so too will the energy build in the seed of your desires before manifesting with no effort on your part. You will find how easy it is to co-create while implementing a practice of stillness and receptivity. Let others make the first move at this time as you assess and observe the world around you from the profound position of stillness and neutrality. In this way, the world becomes more intimate, yet you know to take nothing personally. When the goddess Yuki Onna comes to support you, be still. This calls in the miracles. The action now is non-action. So interesting how things can change quickly, right? Like we've had the message of stillness, but then we had some messages of now is the time to take some planned action. And now we're getting back into the message of non-action. So as we take action, we shift the energy. It's just like taking a step into a lake, right? As you take that action, as you take that step into the lake, your foot into the water creates a ripple effect around you. And when you take your next step, the ripples change again. And so when we think of it in that way, that the future is unwritten, undecided, and that it really depends on the now, on the steps that we're taking now, that unfolds and shapes the path forward, and it can be recreated and restarted as many times as you need to in your life. But when we think about the path and the step and the effects, we understand that we're all connected. We understand the connection between everything, but we understand how fast the energy can shift. Some people think like it's so long to wait until something, or they can't imagine that they'll ever feel better, or that this pain and hurt will ever go away. Yet, seemingly, in such a short period of time, things can change on a dime. They can turn a complete 180. In 3 months, you can have a completely new life. In 6 months, in a year, you can be somewhere completely different from where you are today. And that's as a result of the action that you take today. The steps that you take today moves and shifts the energy around you. It's constantly changing, constantly evolving into a new shape. So just remember that, right? Our action affects and connects and changes the shape of our reality, of our physical manifestations of our thoughts. I'm going to leave you there. I'm not going to do a long one today, even though we're coming up here on the 12-minute mark. That's probably one of the shortest ones I've done in a while. So I just wanted to pull a few cards for guidance today and inspiration. Yeah, thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.